Well, it's time to think about that volunteer that we all know that really goes above and beyond. And we're going to learn more about how you can nominate them for the Lee Volunteer Awards. Joining me today, to my immediate left, Chris Jackson. He is the chair of the Lee Awards Committee. And then we have Erin Hardesty, she's, of course, president and CEO of United Way Greater Alignment. So thanks very much for coming today, both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, Erin, let's talk about, we had the history of Jefferson Awards. Right. Kind of had to switch it a little bit, right? And so we thought of something new for our community.
Yeah, the committee didn't want to just let that die because there's so many people around here that need to be recognized, even though they might not want to be, that do a lot of good. So we wanted to keep it going and thought we would name it the Lee Awards after Alberta Lee, of course, who was one of the original winners of the Jefferson Award itself.
Chris, it is important, like, to name it Alberta and Richard Lee. I mean, they were such an important part of the Jefferson Awards, and so you really wanted to keep it going?
Yes, and just if you think about the contributions Alberta and Richard made in the community, their philanthropy, so we thought, who else better than to name this after than him. And then the family came in. They were very supportive and excited about it. So in that way, it keeps this going because, again, it's been going on for a lot of years, and we didn't want to see it go away.
Right, yeah. Okay, so the big deadline is March 6th. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to fill out an application and stuff, but I know, that they should be nominated. It's not that hard, right? I mean, Chris, get the applications in now, right?
Yeah. And they just go online, like I said, they can go online and do the application. I just think it's important that we do, people say give people their flowers while they're still here, and we have a lot of people in our Tri-County area that does a lot in the community, and we just like to recognize them for the work that they put in and the lives that they change.
Yeah, and Erin, we've had some great Jefferson Award winners over the years, so I mean, even if you have the tiniest inkling that, they're doing a lot of great stuff, just nominate them, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. I mean, the application, we kind of cut down a lot, so it's not like overwhelming. They've got to know somebody. People out there have to know somebody that really should be recognized for what they're doing for the communities.
And I think every year when we hear their stories and what these people are doing, it's like, yeah, they're the kind of people that you want to know about, not just the ones that's the face of everything, but the stuff that they're doing that's really helping.
Yes, and again, if you just look back at the past history and some of the things that come afterwards, after the awards, the trip to Washington and things like that, but just the impact that it has on the community, that story gets out there and other people then say, you know what, I want to volunteer also.
Right, yeah, I do think that works. Get the story out there about the organization they work with, about what they've started. I mean, just popped in my head was like Warrior's Way. I mean, people didn't really know much about it, and now people know. So, I mean, just take that step, right? And they might not want to be recognized, but it's okay.
Yeah, and most of them, a lot of them are pretty meek about it, but they do appreciate it, and they appreciate the recognition. And then, it's not a lot of money, but the monetary donation that goes to their organization also helps out also.
Right, yeah. Right. So the support you get, I guess, from United Way, you have a lot of volunteers and support like that, too. So
we do.
You guys kind of realize that volunteers are important for much more than just the United Way and all your organizations.
Yeah, very important. There's a lot of work that can be done by volunteers that we appreciate very much. When nonprofit, you don't have a lot of money, so volunteers are very, very, very helpful.
Right, yeah. Okay, so, Chris, you had mentioned the Tri-County area. Allen, Auglaize, Hardin, and Hancock, Putnam, Van Wert counties, they're all available, right?
Yes.
All right, so if you know someone in those counties, do the nominations. At 5 o'clock on March 6th is the deadline.
Yes.
And then we're going to have a celebration, right? I mean, we announce who the winners are, and then we celebrate.
Yes, exactly. And that's the good part. Unfortunately, we don't go to Washington anymore, but just the fact that they are recognized in our area, and that's big.
Right, yeah, exactly. So really kudos to the Lee family for keeping this alive, right? And wanting Alberta and Richard to be, part of this program still.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we can't thank them enough, the family. So, again, without them, this wouldn't be possible. So, and also the Lyman News and WLIO and all the other sponsors also.
All right, very good stuff. All right, get those nomination forms in now, and we'll be celebrating those wonderful volunteers. Thank you both for coming today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away. We'll take a look at the weather forecast next.